I didn't hear the envelope slide across the table. I felt it. The scrape of paper against polished wood carried more meaning than any insult ever could. My father-in-law kept his eyes on his plate, cutting his steak with the confidence of a man who believed he owned the room. My wife watched me, not lovingly. Carefully. "Go ahead," she said. "Open it." Her voice was steady, but her fingers were not. I picked up the envelope, thick, heavy, deliberate. Inside was a check and a neatly drafted agreement, severance, confidentiality, a clean exit from a marriage. They had already dismantled in private. They weren't asking. They were closing a deal. I placed the papers back inside and rested my hands on the table. No reaction. That confused them. "How long?" I asked. The room went quiet. My wife froze. Her father finally looked at me. That was when I knew this wasn't sudden. It was planned. The betrayal hadn't come with shouting or lipstick stains. It arrived softly. Late nights, locked phones, conversations that stopped when I entered a room. She had become efficient with affection, like it was a task she no longer enjoyed. What she didn't know, what none of them knew, was that I had never been just a simple man. Years before I met her, I invested in a company quietly, strategically, my name buried under layers of holding structures, silent partnership, significant stake. Her father was a director, and he had no idea who truly paid for his comfort. I never corrected their assumptions. I wanted to see how they treated a man they believed had nothing to offer but obedience. They didn't disappoint. I saw the messages between her and her father weeks before that dinner. Not romantic, not emotional, tactical. "He doesn't need to know everything. We'll handle him cleanly." I watched. I waited. Silence is useful when people underestimate you. I didn't confront her. I didn't ask questions. Instead, I verified. Emails, financial drafts, a restructuring proposal designed to push out silent partners during a divorce settlement. They planned to take everything, my dignity, my marriage, and what they believed I didn't control. At home, I smiled, kissed her forehead, played my role perfectly. At work, I made one call, an emergency board review, as majority silent stakeholder. The vote was scheduled 48 hours from that dinner. Timing matters. Back at the table, her father cleared his throat. "This arrangement is generous," he said. "It allows everyone to move forward without complications." Everyone except me. I reached into my jacket and placed a black folder on the table. Corporate seal, legal documentation, shareholder authority. Her father opened it slowly. The color drained from his face as he read. My wife's breath caught. "That's not possible," she whispered. I met her eyes. "It is." Her father flipped pages desperately, searching for an explanation that didn't exist. "You're the silent partner?" she asked. I nodded once. Silence crushed the room. "You married me," I said calmly, "while planning to erase me." Her composure broke. Tears followed. Real this time. I felt nothing. "This vote removes you from the board," I said to her father. "Access will be suspended pending review." His hands shook. My wife reached for me. I stepped back. "You could have told me," she said through tears. "I wanted honesty without leverage," I replied. "You chose strategy." I slid their envelope back across the table. "Keep the check," I added. "You'll need it." I stood, adjusted my jacket, and placed my napkin down with care. "The divorce papers will arrive tomorrow," I said. "No compensation required." Then I walked out. Not angry, not rushed. Finished. Outside, the night air felt sharp against my skin. Betrayal doesn't hurt once it's understood. Once it's mapped, once it's stripped of emotion and seen for what it truly is, a calculation. I loved the version of her that didn't exist. They thought silence meant weakness. That modesty meant ignorance. That love meant blindness. They were wrong. I never raised my voice. Never begged, never fought. I simply waited for them to reveal themselves. And when they did, I revealed the truth. Quietly, completely, irreversibly.